that whip, yo, I got places to go. People to see, time is precious. I look at my Cartier out of control. Just like my mind where I'm going. The women, the shorties know nothing but clothes. No stopping at my Pirelli's on. Unlike my jewelry, that's always on. I know the storm is coming. My pockets keep telling me it's gonna shower. Call up my homies, it's on and popping the night, cause it's meant to be ours. We keep a fadeaway shot, cause we ballin' and spittin' up every hour. Look, mama, ow, you just like the flowers. Girl, you the truth with all that goody power. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the top, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the top, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Hey, shawty must know I'm the man. My money lover like a number one fan. Don't open my mouth, let her talk to my fans. My Benjamin Franklin's. A couple of grands, I got rubber bands. My paper planes making a dance. Dance, I'm like that's part of my. We building castles that's made out of. She's amazing, on fire blazing, hotter than Cajun. Girl, won't you move a little closer? Time to get this maximum wage that belong on a poster. I'm in the days that is waving at me like, damn it, I know you. You run the show like a hoster. Tell me whatever and I'll be your gopher. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. From the top of the mountain, I watch her go down. She got me throwing my money up. Ain't nothing more beautiful to be. It's going down. Yeah, I'm spending my money. I'm out of control. Somebody help me. She taking my bankroll, but I'm king of the club, and I'm wearing a crown, popping these bottles, watching they go. You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down, down.
You spin my head right round when you go down, when you go down.
2, 3, 4.
Heartbroken Houston, Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be. I wanna thank you for taking me as I am. Need you to know that I'm your number one fan. I wanna give you my heart. You see the silver lining when I'm in the trenches. You stand beside me with your patience and forgiveness. I wanna give you my heart. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with your baby. I figured out why I'm smiling. Nothing can stop me. Finally, I'm happy to be.
welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight on this fine Thursday night, we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Los Angeles Rams taking on the Seattle Seahawks. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. He'll come out throwing here on first down. Throw out wide to Walker. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Off of play action, Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 42-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. That's taken in by Arroyo. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
To the air again, Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 43. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They clearly wanted to come out, Charles, and be aggressive throwing the football, and they've been pretty efficient along with that aggressiveness. He's now 4 of 4 on this opening drive.
Yeah, and that's led to a fresh set of downs. I like what he's doing back there. You can tell he's at ease, feels good about what he's doing. I think if I'm the play caller, I'm reading that, I'm continuing to let him throw the football.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Darnold to throw again. They'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 32-yard line.
That's another Seahawks.
Now it's Darnold. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Darnold. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got the big fella. Now he's loose down the middle of the field. And they are going to score on a fumble return. Touchdown, L.A. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. Extra point attempt here still to come. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Darnold. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he'll get up near the 45, will spot him at the 44. Darnold, he can beat you in a number of ways, and there the scramble for the first.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
Here's Darnold. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
A 5-yard gain brings up second down at their 49-yard line.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Darnold. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Darnold. Dancing to his left. That is caught. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards for number 11.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw is Darnold. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Now Darnold. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis, no jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a longtime starter in the NFL, a former #1 overall pick way back in 2009. It's Matthew Stafford.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that.
And it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams. Here's Horton. A 46-yard boot with just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 48 yards. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ballgame.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good start. Big DeMarcus Lawrence getting in there and bringing him to the ground. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Back to throw, Stafford. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Not much happening offensively here early on. That's 2 drives and 0 first downs. This defense, they come to play, and they're the better of the 2 units here so far.
That's pulled in at the 32. Still fighting through tackles. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Darnold now to throw. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Troy Reeder, the man to take him down. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Left side, he finds Smith and Jigba. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
3rd and 11.
Back to throw here. Incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
For the Seahawks.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. In motion right goes Adams. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd down at the 10-yard line.
From the gun, here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
1st down, Rams.
Here's Stafford. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Now, Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. Pass coming Arroyo right side. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way down to the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 41 yards.
Well, so often now we're praising tight ends for their nimbleness and how they catch the ball downfield. But occasionally we get a reminder that tight ends, they've got that tough guy aspect too. How about him catching that short one there, shaking off tacklers.
A very costly sack there on 3rd and goal, pushes him back big time. And now you figure the field goal team coming on 4th. Play action, it's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Rams are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. LA readies for its next possession. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And just shutting him off there. He's on his way. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 64 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
And another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
250.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Puka Nacua from 19 yards away. And the Rams have taken the lead.
Well, that's what I call an answer right there. They gave up a sack on the previous play. How about what they did to finish things off, turning it right back around?
That's the response, and that O-line feels a lot better now, don't they?
Yeah, without a doubt, because give up the sack on the previous play, that just hurts those guys.
And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drive, 4 plays. And the result for the Rams, a touchdown. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Oh, good return up past the 30. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. We'll see what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Unable to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 in the first.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
5-yard gain.
Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
47-yard line.
On the give here, Charbonnet. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That's good.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He'll drop to throw. He completes this to Walker. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on second and 10.
Brings up second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing again is Darnold. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Now it's Darnold. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Jason is on for the field goal. A 41-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So no problems at all on that one. And you know there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, that'll be incomplete. And he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Though we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter, here's another good example.
Stafford. And that's complete to Adams. And a good job defensively. They stopped him short of the first at the 32. Here's Ethan Evans now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Again, it's Walker. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards, but also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A gain of 5, and it's second down.
Second and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Darnold from the gun. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But third down coming up.
Brings up third and 5.
Here's Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
It's now 4th down and 1.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
That's another Seahawks. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Faking the give. Darnold. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling.
Complete to Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 6-yard pickup brings up second down at the 35-yard line.
Darnold. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. To throw is Darnold. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, 30 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front.
All drives that result in points hurt a defense, but when they are the sustained variety, play after play, and they just can't get off the field and stop them, that can be demoralizing.
Now Myers for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. That time, a 9-play drive. And it was capped off by a Jackson Smith and Jigba touchdown catch. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Stafford and the Rams come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. He'll look to Williams to begin things. And a good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Stafford. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. How about corner Kobe Bryant coming in to make the sack? These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. And they're staring up at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Fielded at about the 28. A big kick that time, 52 yards. The Seahawks offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's done everything you could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going up top for Cup. He's got it at the 15. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Cooper Cup with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Rams ready to go on offense. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open net is Atwell complete. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 2.
At the 35-yard line.
Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Right back to Atwell. That's complete. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. Ethan Evans on now to punt. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks offense and Cooper Kupp making their way back out. And it may be time for this defense to start throwing a second defender his way, because whatever they've done, it has not worked in this first half. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
At the 43-yard line.
Now Darnold. Walker with a grab, left side. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Off of play action, Darnold. They'll get this complete to the tight end Barner. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. To the air again, Darnold. And this is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
And down he goes again, a bevy of sacks in less than a half. But this defense is still losing the game. They've got to fix something, because there should be no excuse for losing with an effort like this on that side of the ball. They need to take advantage when their defense is generating this kind of pressure so early in the game.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. L.A. set to take over again on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. That's quickly to Atwell on a slant. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Throw right side, going to be caught by Higbee. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They go right back to him for 20 and a 1st.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's Stafford. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8. The Rams on third down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Finding Williams on the check down. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Decision made for Sean McVay. They're going to go for it. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Steps away to it, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Matthew Stafford, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Rams have got it back to within a score.
Hey, you're down on the scoreboard, but now your offense is in close, and this is where, as a quarterback, you say, I've got to make a play here. Doesn't matter whether it's a pinpoint throw or a scramble like this one. He takes matters into his own hands and delivers a touchdown run.
Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Get a look at this offense led by Cooper Kupp as they make their way back onto the field, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Here's Walker to start the drive. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
They'd love to just start back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
And a 42-yard line here and brought down there.
And that's good for a Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here's Darnold. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's good for another Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him,
He can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, after watching him ring the bell that many times and put the ball in the end zone, throwing it, you had to figure they had to bring some type of pressure. They had to change things up on defense.
And able to get to him, put him on the ground, so maybe just something to throw him off a little bit.
Yeah, that had to feel a lot better for the defensive guys. They've been getting carved up in this one. To finally knock him on the ground and force an incompletion, that's got to be a sigh of relief.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excellent job there defensively. Gave up the underneath to the tight end on 3rd down, and they made sure that they did their job. Got him on the ground and prevented him picking up a 1st down.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. A loss of 4 that time on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
You doing okay over there, partner? Because that's yet another sack in this game that you just had to call. We're not even at halftime yet. No wonder this team has the lead. What an effort by the defense right from the word go. The adjustments at halftime, they're going to have to be big, or this could really get ugly in the second half.
Now Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he will slide down with a good gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block him. They were on him in a hurry.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here's Horton. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Looking to put a drive together. Here's Darnold. Now he'll let this one go. Deep left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
And this one's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. Myers' kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. Well, a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Flushed out right. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Stafford. On the out route, this is Adams with a catch. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Jet sweep, but instead of give up the middle to Williams. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Now it's Stafford. He'll drop this down to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 40. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10.
And a Rams 1st down.
Stafford. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
And that's now the 2nd time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. After the interception, here's Darnold. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked by Troy Reeder. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brand, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Stafford. Open man, Higby, the tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Here's Stafford. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 49 yards.
That's a well-thrown ball right there. This is where arm strength pays off because he's got to be able to get the ball both downfield and to the sideline, and that's one of the more difficult throws for a quarterback, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Back to throw, Stafford. Slant to Adams. And he'll take this forward for about 5 as we have come upon the 2-minute warning. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Seahawks 10-yard line.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Stafford now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Intended for...
Well, it's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
On 4th down, Stafford. But he will be stopped behind the line as he will not come close to the marker. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A play fake, and it's Darnold. That's complete to the tight end, Seattle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Faking the give, Darnold. And he's got his big tight end here. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go, set.
Play action. It's Darnold. And Darnold going to be intercepted for the third time. Picked off by Darian Kendrick. And the Rams will take over possession here up at the 44. I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you're throwing this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. After the interception, here's Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Throwing is Stafford. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. Here's Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Now Stafford. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11. In motion, the tight end. Now Stafford. Under pressure, and down he goes. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Here comes the Rams punter now. He's been terrific so far. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the studios in the Creative Village here in Orlando. Scott Hansen with you, and you know, we've seen some scoring so far. Both teams getting into the end zone, both teams thinking they could pull out the win in the second half. Who's it going to be? Let's find out. Back out to the stadium and our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Out come the Rams. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
At the Seahawks 47-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. This one swung out to Williams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The busy night continues for Williams. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Carry over from the first half. That defensive line continues to control the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they're actually playing the game in the offense's backfield. They're taking those offensive linemen and pushing them back towards the quarterback and towards the runners. I still don't think, though, that you abandon the running game totally, because if you do, you're asking for a lot more hits on your QB.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Out of the gun, Stafford. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. 5 catches for him in that first half, and that's number 6 that we just saw, and also a first down.
And the Rams first down.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They're really locked in on offense.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
It's caught on the right side, Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence, his 2nd sack of the night. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves right now, showing a little bit of everything. They have no way of stopping him.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Back to throw, Darnold. And he whips that one incomplete there. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down leads us to 3rd and inches. Here's Darnold. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Byron Young, the one who got in and finished that play off.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Stafford. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Jaron Reed able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Fielded at the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Seattle again getting ready to take over offensively. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but it would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarter.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And we'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the 1st drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. Smith and Jigba with the grab. Powering his way forward. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That was no 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I do think that sometimes on 3rd and long, many defenders just get caught watching the sticks instead of watching the ball. And the guy who's got it, because here, they just got the ball into the receiver's hands and told him to do it yourself. A little bit of a desperation play. And he was able to take the short throw and turn it into a big gain and a conversion on 3rd down. That's a big pickup.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Outright to Smith and Jigba.
That's a gain of 7. Makes it 3rd and 2.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down. From the 50, it's Darnold. He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The football going back to the Rams now. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Here's Stafford. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly.
It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Back to throw, Stafford. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawks defense. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
Brandon, that just looked like a lot of confusion to me at the line of scrimmage. I don't think the offense had any idea of who was coming on the blitz and who was dropping off.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. A play fake, and it's Darnold. Big strides, look at him go. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game, is he said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Charles, he's now over 400 yards passing in this one. It feels like he has a zillion completions. Just a very memorable effort from a guy that we thought could be in line for a big game, and he has exceeded our expectations.
That he has, and I'm not really surprised at all because when you look at this offensive unit, they are loaded across the board. And, of course, the guy throwing them, he's a big-time player himself. They brought it from start to finish and really helped get the better of the opposing secondary.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will make this a 9-point lead. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. He had been held in check. Now he breaks that big run, shows the explosiveness we all knew was there.
All right, tell the truth now. You knew it was just a matter of time, didn't you? We've seen this so many times from him. Hold him down, and then breaks out.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Stafford going to give this one to Corum. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing, but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now, making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
Yeah, that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
And the shovel pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosscup.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Ready. 260.
Now it's Stafford. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 31. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
They'll tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front.
A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that line, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
That's it. 250.
Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember.
But, Charles, you cannot say enough about that play by their special teams. Think about it. That keeps this game at 2 possessions in the second half and really adds pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it certainly does, especially their offense. It takes a lot of pressure off the offense of the team that's leading. They got a little bit more of a cushion to play with now. How about the thanks each guy was getting as they came off the field after that block? Special teams, certainly special in that situation.
Looking to put a drive together.
Go set.
Off of play action, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. First throw now for the backup lock. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early.
So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. That's complete to the tight end, Solomon. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Clock now to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Faking the give, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
We'll pause for an injury. That's the quarterback, Sam Darnold, in need of some assistance following that last play.
Back to throw here. And the pressure gets to him again. And the defense coming through on 3rd down, a loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
And it has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field.
Last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys.
And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Leonard Williams, his 2nd sack of the night.
I wonder if they're wandering back to the huddle thinking to themselves, can we just hit rewind and go back a play? Definitely not the down they wanted to begin this drive by giving up a sack. But for the defense, that's exactly how they drew it up.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up. They run straight ahead with Corum. And he'll lose yardage and be down at the 7-yard line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. Here comes the Rams punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Let's take it inside his own 40. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
There's a short one caught by Arroyo. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Darnold. That is caught. But he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That, I believe, will put him over 100 yards receiving for the game. Yes, it will. And he's got a 1st down to boot.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Darnold. Finding Smith and Jigba downfield. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Back to throw, Darnold. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. And the kick is good. He needed a little help there from the crossbar, but the carom goes his way. And that will extend their lead even further. All right, Scott, great work as always. We'll see what the second half brings here. These two defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads at intermission. These offenses, they have had their way so far. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. They'll run with Corum to begin the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Defense is always talking about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Adams, the man in motion left. Throwing is Stafford. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That's a gain of 13. 1st down, Rams.
1st down, Los Angeles.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
In motion comes the tight end left. Here's Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Ethan Evans in punt formation for the Rams.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This is taken at the 15. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. The Seahawks offense and Sam Darnold headed back out there. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of this defense all game long. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play.
So a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Here's Darnold. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
And the Rams now coming out on the field. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Up the middle, here's Corum. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you see those RPOs run, you need the first man to attack and be a disruptor. And on that play, he closed down fast and helped knock it away.
Now Stafford. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't. And a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. 60 yards. And the Seahawks take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. So a pretty wild turn of events there. Instead of a sure 3 points, it's 6 the other direction.
And if you're kicking in the NFL, that should be pretty much automatic, but I don't think that's on him at all. The protection broke down. That led to the block.
Now Myers for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you.
And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
You can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now. And if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Stafford. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Puka Nacua, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Rams have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
Now the try here for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it winds up with a touchdown for Los Angeles. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Stiff-armed him. Jackson Smith-Njigba and his offense ready to go once more here. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 27-yard line.
Darnold down to throw. Forced out to his left. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 1st down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
1st down, Rams.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. He finds his man. Complete. It's Ferguson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2nd and 14. Now Stafford. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. And he was plus 5 seconds there with a football. Is there a time that a quarterback has to get rid of it?
Somewhere generally around 3 seconds. So just like we're playing in our turkey bowl, right, in our backyards, 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, that ball better be gone because anything past that, that's usually the end result.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
Here comes the Rams punter now as he's on here to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
Here's Horton. 13 yards the tally on the return there. And they will take over 1st and 10.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field.
They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt.
Looking to put a drive together. Now it's Darnold. pick up a 33 yards. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocken's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. He's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance.
Here we go, set. Set.
Here's Darnold. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. To throw is Darnold. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. This will go as an 11-yard loss there on 1st and goal. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. They'll toss this out right to Walker. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. He picks up 7 yards there, but they're still faced with a difficult 3rd and goal here.
3rd and goal.
Here we go, set. Set.
They'll try and run Walker. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Looking to put a drive together. Quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw is Garoppolo. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Oh, a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, but that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. After the interception, here's Darnold. He completes this to Walker. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Now 2nd and 3.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
3rd down and 3 yards to go.
Now back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's
It's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
That's good for a Seahawks first down.
Darnold. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now
Second and 10.
We're going to sign.
Now Darnold. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
To the air again, Darnold. Flush to his right. And Walker has it. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Over the middle, complete. It's Adams. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And they're going to be staring at a third and long here. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
On play action, now Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Now, hang on here, we got an injured player. Oh, boy, it's the quarterback. It's Jimmy Garoppolo who's shaken up. But hopefully, obviously, nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Back to throw, Bennett. And he's going to go down again. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Uchenna-Nwosu. The offensive line is in tatters as that's now 3 sacks in 3 plays. They'll go for it. Here's Bennett. And they hit him as he throws as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And out now come the Seahawks. But they can thank their defense for another stop. And now look at the score, where they've got the football. They're looking pretty good.
They're looking excellent because now you're thinking to yourself, let's just take some time off the clock. work it down, and of course, you put another touchdown on the board, you pretty much say bye-bye to this one.
Play calling here can be a little bit more conservative because of the lead.
A little bit more conservative. The biggest thing, everyone understands how to get the ball downfield and how to stay in bounds and make sure the clock keeps running. And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
We go set.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Jason Myers on for the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the fourth quarter. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Atwell, complete. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll make it second down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Pass complete there to Nakua. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Garoppolo now. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Leonard Williams. Make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Play action. It's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
I think we're both starting to run out of adjectives because this pressure has been relentless all game, but none of the prior sacks might be as impressive as the one we just saw.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
We go set. Reset.
Off of play action, Darnold. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
We go set. Reset.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Byron Young. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Looking to put a drive together. The drive starts with a carry by Corum. There he goes, right side. How about this? He's to the 10. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Blake Corum, 83 yards. And the Rams are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And with his speed, if he just finds the slightest crease, he can take it the distance like he did there.
How about the leverage up front? Offensive line out-leveraging the defensive front to create that space, that crease that he was looking for. And once he hits open field, he's going to be very difficult to catch and corral.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they could somehow get this one back. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play. And here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them. And field position leads you to that type of play calling. Whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep. Those types of things, now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Now it's Darnold. Going right back to Smith-Njigba. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
And that's good for a Seahawks.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This will wind up a loss on the play. And this brings up a 3rd and goal.
That's a great job of tackling right there. If he could have made the first man miss, maybe he could have taken it into the end zone. Instead, they stopped him pretty well right in his tracks, and you often see that in the red zone. Offense has to be quick. In this case, the defense was quicker.
A 27-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So it's a drive that ends in 3, and I know that that line sounds familiar. It's because I've said it 7 times now, and that leaves him 1 short of the NFL record of 8 field goals in 1 game.
It has been a lot of settling for 3, but I tell you what, it's nice to know that you have someone this reliable to turn to.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So now Stafford and the Rams down by 2 touchdowns, 2:18 on the clock. They have all 3 timeouts and a 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Rivers. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. Garoppolo. Short throw, it's Higbee. Got to avoid the flags defensively. Here's 4th and long. Now Garoppolo, got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go, set.
And Darnold wants to throw the football. He finds Smith and Jigba. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Rams' 12-yard line.
To throw is Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Darnold. That's taken in by Arroyo. The Rams going to be forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down, and that should just about do it.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
And they'll take a knee as the clock ticks down toward 50 seconds to go. So the victory here for Seattle, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gordon saying so long, everybody.